Hello gamers. We are hitting the late game at this point. I mean, I've done the main quest line. I'm at maximum level. I've explored the Abyss. There's not much left to do aside from cleaning out the Omega cores in the sector. Well, that and maximizing the profits from our colonies. But of course, what's the point of doing that if you can't spend them on something? Really, the first thing I want to do is deal with these colony crises, because it's funny that there's all these different crises for each faction, and I'm only just now getting my second one after I've done most of the content in the game. Well, I guess most of the other content, because the crises themselves are content. And it's going to be the Persian blockade, which very, very big, lots of ships, huge, ginormous fleets, but the threat that they pose is minimal compared to, say, the Ludic Path that we dealt with earlier. They're not going to blow up your planets, they're just going to tank your accessibility. So that's, not too bad. As long as you can buff up your accessibility, you can kind of just ignore them. That being said, more accessibility means more money. So we're going to want to deal with this. Which means we might be going straight home. But first, I actually have something else I want to do. Now, defeating the Ludic Path crisis has removed them from here, so they no longer generate points for the crisis because we've defeated their crisis, and it temporarily disrupted the cells that were, the cells that were active on our planet. But they are active once again now that that effect is over. So, I guess it's time to deliver them what they've been looking for. So I'm going to head here first, deliver them the PK, and that should permanently make them leave our colonies alone, which will be very nice. Then we can go activate this gate, use it to transport ourselves back home, and then we'll deal with the crisis. After that, probably going to jump into this red zone, farm a few AI cores, get some story points, because we need to farm out more story points if we're going to get S-mods on our ships, which we definitely want. And then after that, we want to go visit our friends back at Tritachyon and pick up a few more contracts so that we can get our reputation up. So that's kind of the plan today, because we do want more story points, in addition to dealing with all of these threats. We do want more story points, so we can max out our ships, and then once we've done that, we can go clear out all of the Omegas, and we'll be ready for whatever colony crisis come in the future. And at that point, then we're actually done with all the vanilla content, more or less. In fact, I might even destroy the Remnant Nexus at some point, which is something I rarely do, just because there's no point, other than saying that you did it, I guess. Actually, if you want a really difficult fight, fighting an Ordo plus the Remnant Nexus, that is challenging. That is very challenging, to say the least. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised I don't see it more often. I guess there's the issue that you only get to do that once, and if you want to repeat the fight, you have to save and reload. Whereas, if you want to fight like 6 Ordos at once, you can just wait for more of them to spawn. So there is that. But yeah. I mean, there's no really any reason for you as the player to do that. If you want to destroy the Nexus anyways, then you would want to isolate it first, because that's going to make it way easier. There's not really any benefit to fighting it when it's also supported by Remnant ships. Right, if you want bonus XP, then just fighting the fleets by themselves makes more sense. So we're going to go here first. And we should be able to make it home in time. We've got about a couple months. Unless... hold on. Does this progress smoothly? I think it does. I don't think it's going to just jump up by 32 points when the month ticks over. Hey, that could be useful. Give me a level 7 officer. Do it right now. Level 5. That's the right idea, just, I needed the number to be bigger. So I did look into, after someone on the forums told me where I could actually find the files that show you what the skill templates are. Very much appreciate that. Oh wait, there's a slipstream up here. So I looked into what templates there are. And there's basically 5 templates that come with slight they have 2, like variant A and variant B, basically. And the only difference is 1 skill. So there's a low-tech template, there's a high-tech template, there's a generic template that's supposed to be, more or less good on basically any ship. Then there's a safety override template that's, I guess, designed for safety overrides, although, of course, you don't have to use them on safety override ships. And then there's a phase ship template. And those are the 5 basic templates, and all of them have 2 variations except for, oh good, a fleet that's gonna just die doing nothing. Good for you. Except for the phase ship one. That one, it doesn't come with any variations, it's just a single template, whereas the other 4 all come with 2 variations. But the difference between those 2 variations is just, well, some of the elite skills get shuffled, but that doesn't matter too much because you can retrain them. So the only substantial difference is 1 skill. So like the high-tech templates, you get like variant A that has systems expertise and variant B that has ordnance expertise, and then the other 6 skills are the same. And then for low-tech, it's, well, I might as well look at this, yeah. Oh, that's actually... Wait, hold on. What? That's almost perfect for an omen. That's crazy. So I can just fire you right now and replace you with this. That's crazy. That's wild. Let's do it. I can't believe it, but I found a level 5 officer that's actually really good for this situation. What? Oh, I'm on a Medusa. Oops. I thought for some reason I was on the Omen. That's not... That's a mistake. I was mistaken. Why is it clicking? Don't get sticky with me. And of course you are still down here for no reason. Classic. I thought I moved you up here, but I guess I was wrong. Alright, let's move you up here. There we go. And we can put you back where you were. Right, and eventually I need to replace you because you don't have combat endurance. That's right. I forgot about that. Right, and I do need to mentor you to try and reroll a better skill for your last choice. And you leveled up. Field modulation. That's a good one. We like that. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So, as I was saying, for low tech, the differences between, I think it's ordnance expertise and damage control. Those are the 2 variants. You get one or the other. For generic, it's between impact mitigation and point defense, and for the safety override one, it's you choose between ballistic, well, you don't choose, but you get one or the other between ballistic mastery and energy weapon mastery. And then I did a little check to see how common each skill is for each template. So every single one gets target analysis. So if you're just, which of course makes a lot of sense, this one's really good on basically every ship. I mean, even carriers can use this to some degree. Like if you've got an Astral, target analysis is going to boost the damage of its large missiles. So pretty much every ship, you're going to want this. And then after that, the most common skills would be like field modulation. I think everything gets field modulation except for the low-tech versions. The 2 low-tech variants don't get it, but everything else gets this. Stuff like that. The rarest skills are point defense, which the only 1 variant of the generic template gets point defense. That's it. So out of 9 possible different officer skill sets that they can roll up, only one of them has point defense. It's the rarest skill. After that, the next rare skill is actually missile specialization, because the only template that gets it is the low-tech template. Now, both templates get it, so that's 2 out of the 9 possible skill sets. But that's still pretty rare. Where's the most common ones? Field modulation. Target analysis on everything, field modulation's on almost everything. I think impact mitigation is on 6 out of the 9, and helmsmanship is also on like 6 out of 9. Combat endurance is on 7 out of 9. Like, these are the most common ones. And this is on everything. And then you've got a lot of mid-tier ones, like gunnery implants, energy, weapon mastery, ordnance expertise, systems, Those are kind of like the mid-tier ones. But yeah, point defense is almost... You're almost never going to see it on a level 7 officer. If I could avoid dealing with you, I would, honestly. I just don't want to deal with you. I would rather be doing other things with my time. Although I could use a little bit more fuel. And you guys look like you would drop some fuel. Alright, let's see what you're worth. No, let's not deploy those, actually. Okay. Don't think I need those. Reckless personality. That's going to... I do need to level you up, so I want to deploy you. But there's really no good way to make you work without having a Paragon on the field. I guess we'll just deploy you and see what happens. Let's do it like this. And we'll have you guys escort. You're still probably going to overextend a bunch. If I had to guess, based off of your past behavior, I would guess that you would. But we'll have to wait and see. Alright, you know what I forgot to do? I wanted to look into the mod that adds music to combat and see if I could add my own songs to it. Also, I need to check if it still works in the current patch. And so far, I haven't had any issues with any other mods, just changing the version, and that's made it work. So I'm hoping it's the same thing for the music one. Alright, get over here. Make my day. I think advanced turret gyros might actually be good for this. Just so that the heavy blaster has an easier time tracking small targets. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Now the Colossus having a free hammer barrage and safety overrides. I wonder if there's a build for it that's actually kind of good. It seems like it should be possible. For 9 deployment points, it just drives around with safety overrides and has a hammer barrage. Oh yeah, this is the best use case for... Oh, it overloaded even though I didn't even do anything. Alright. Cool. This is like the best use case for fast missile racks, is to just spam pylons. Because unlike other missile types, you don't run out of ammo, and you can just spam it as long as you have charges. And the result is, while normally salamanders do have trouble getting through point defense, if you spam enough of them, they are actually going to get through. You know, assuming the enemy doesn't just have 360-degree shields. Alright, we're going to just chase you down. That was probably not a wise decision to uncloak right there. Alright, we're going to abandon this point, so I'm going to capture this one. Actually, we can put in a void order there. Somehow both of my Furies ended up over here, even though I manually piloted one to the other side. It was just attracted to over here. I guess this is where the action is happening. Oh. Darn. Didn't quite get it. Yep. Please back up. Please back up, Mr. Medusa. You can just use your system. There you go. They really don't want to use it to back off until they're really high on flux. It's a bit annoying. It's like they just sit there and take it until the last second, which always gets a bit scary. Yeah, the lack of point defense combined with not quite having 360-degree shields is not working too well right now. Really do need those story points. Let's try and catch him. Oh. You. Of course he slowed down to dodge it. Or maybe I was just aiming too far ahead. It's fine though, you're already dead. Alright, let's see. We can remove that. Why are you up here chasing a single wayfarer to the edge of the map? I would rather you didn't do that. There's a lot of other things I would prefer you were doing. Alright, let's just get in range. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, he's coming back. Alright. This one's actually trying to fight. You can chase this one. Oh, wow. It actually managed to catch the Reaper with its system. Right, and yeah, that basically just leaves the big guy. And I assume that I'm assuming the AI has sent this as an escort. Which would be why it's sticking so closely to it. Aha, the Sabos did get you. When you were least expecting it. That's brilliant. Alright, how much fuel do you drop? Well, first I'm going to pursue you guys. There we go. Perfect victory. Yeah, that's decent. Alright, moving on. Let's try not to get into any more fights. And I have 2 story points. I think when I get home, I'll use those to get extended shields on these guys. They really need it. Okay, what have we got over here? Yeah, so there is a few fleets. They probably won't pick a fight with us. Well, they definitely won't if they just move away. Perfect. That's a decent price, I'll buy that. You guys can have all of this. Nope. Let's take back 150. You guys can also have this. You can sell wormhole anchors. Not the scanner, so nobody can use them. You can give them the anchors, though. That's interesting. Alright, let's talk to... I have your planet killer. Even though I haven't taken the quest, I can still give it to you. I did not expect you... See, look, they talk as if we've started the quest line, but we haven't. Isn't it useless? Not so useless as you might think. It is a god-cursed totem, a demonic thing feared and worshipped by heretics. There is power. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you do have plans for it. Maybe they already have the codes. Who knows? Geomagnetic path, minus 100. I think we're close enough to the crisis that this doesn't cancel it. It just buys us more time. Oh, and now I have a contact here. The only problem is, of course, that this base could get blown up in the future, so... I'm not sure that that's the best time to be making a contact. But alright. Yeah, let's get a little more fuel. We're going to need it. So we want to go activate the gate, which if I go over to... Sure. It doesn't cost me any story points or anything. And I've got extra space for more contacts, so I might as well for now. And this, it's not like this is Nixerolin. I think if Nixerolin was active, then the Core Worlds would send out fleets to deal with bases like that. But in this case, I don't think that happens. Because we're playing vanilla. Alright, let's get this gate going. Yeah, once upon a time I did try, I think on like my first or second playthrough, I tried surveying the entire sector, like every single planet and every single system, because I didn't really have much else to do in the late game, aside from farming Ordos. And I was like, hey, why don't I try doing this? But I gave up like halfway through. It's just not that, it's just like, what's the point? So there's not much of a point in that. Maybe if I played on a small sector size, I would do something like that. But on a normal sector, that's a lot of work. Look at that, we have enough fuel. Not going to run into the same problem as last time. No, I don't want to do that again. Alright, drop all this stuff off. Hello? There we go. And we have the gate, or the wormhole anchors. Not that I even need them right now, because we've got a gate hauler on the way. And the other system I want to colonize also has a gate. So how much use is that going to be? It's questionable. Maybe I'll find somewhere where I want easy access. Maybe. And I guess until then, I'll just have to hold on to these. Okay. Let's take you back. 234. Right, I probably want to go buy a monitor if possible. Yeah, it's still the League Crisis. It needs to drop below 425 points, so we were in the upper 500. So it's just delayed it and it hasn't caused it to switch which crisis gets selected. And that's fine. I want to deal with the League Crisis. Right, so we did scan that. We can take that off. We dealt with that. So we can go here. Before we do that, we're going to want some fuel. Got plenty of supplies, so that's fine. And slap you in there. I think that was the skill set I chose. That being said, with structural damage, we might want to change things up a bit. Instead of damage control, I might be better off with like point defense and ballistic mastery. Do I have more burst PDs? No. Still need to get those. Okay. So, let's get you guys some stuff. First of all, extended shields. That'll make life a lot better for you. And I guess I can fill you out with mining lasers. Nothing flashy. What do you have one more ordnance point? Oh, you have different hull mods, that's why. Okay, hold on. Let's get these hull mods correct. Hardened shields, targeting unit. We build this in. Then we go down. Escort package. Frontal shield conversion, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, and we just copy paste that. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Although I may end up, once I get more burst PDs, I may end up switching all these mining lasers for burst PDs because they would just work better, really. Although I might want to wait until I get more S mods, so I have more stats to put in, so I have more ordnance points, so I don't have to sacrifice flux for that. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, and I still want to put an S-modded solar shielding on you, and on everything, ultimately. I do need a lot of story points. So let's go get some. Now, at the red zone, the first fleets that pop out are going to be fairly weak. They're going to be more like sub-ordos rather than full ordos. You have to start destroying fleets, and then it takes some time. What do you want? Yeah, whatever. Go away. You've already done this. We need to make sure you're civilized, spacer. Frickin' nerd. What do you think I'm out here doing? What do you think you're going to find? Like, oh, we're cannibals or something? No, I don't have that mod installed. What are you talking about? Okay, free ports at -3, but we've got 5 stability. You want at least 5 stability, because going below that, you start taking hits to your profits, which is not good. Let's see. Yeah, it's costing about 20k, but it's also a massive difference in growth. 3.3 versus 10%. This is going to grow nice and quick. And as we finish up the patrol HQ, we'll get more stability. Ground defenses is more stability. We can even start upgrading this. More stability. And then more access with this. Once it gets story points, this is also going to cost me 2. Probably going to... That's kind of lower priority than the fleet itself, though. This is upgrading, and actually, I can go set Doctrine. And I can also do custom production. Do I have the blueprint for Monitor? I'd rather just build it instead of going back to the core worlds. Although I do want to talk to our friend back at the core world, so I'm going to get there eventually. Well, I do want an Ox. That's true. I need a single Ox for this fleet. And I don't think I have Monitor. Yeah, I'm going to say I don't. I do have Conquest. That's cool. Got Conquest, Prometheus Mark II, Aurora. Those are some good choices. Heron, Fury, Falcon P, Revenant, Prometheus, Sunder, Manticore. Yeah, some pretty cool choices. Now, hold on. Did I see a phase ship in there? Oh, I thought I saw Shade, but no. I must be mistaken. Unless it's... Oh, wait, no, here they are. Yeah, there is... Okay, Afflictor P, Shade P. Well, instead of getting an... well, there's no harm in getting one of these, is there? Even if it's temporary. Or maybe it'll be permanent. We'll see. Maybe I'll just really like the Afflictor. Let's do that. We'll order those, and we can go over to Doctrine. What do we want our Doctrine to be? Maybe more aggressive. Let's see. Maybe organized by size. Pirate Afflictors? Sure. We'll go with those. What else we got? Centurions are not bad. Lashers are not bad. Definitely don't want Brawlers, because if we end up... First of all, they're slower than other frigates. So if they end up in like a patrol, they actually slow it down for that. Well, to be fair, Drams are also going to slow things down, but... That's why you try to get the Hegemony Buffalo, this one. Because thanks to... Oh, no, wait, no, that's also 9. Right. Well, it's still better than a regular Buffalo at 8, so we'll go with that. We'll go with Dram. And if we end up in combat, Brawlers are kind of... funky. They're definitely... I have some thoughts on them, but I haven't fully tested them out, so I'm not... I guess I won't say too much. I need to explore with them a bit more. Centurions I like, though. Lashers can be good in the player fleet, but I'm a bit skeptical in AI fleets. If our military forces have Oxes that can get around faster and catch enemies easier, that would be interesting. I wonder if that would actually work. Not gonna put wolves, no. None of that. Drover, let's see. Manticore. Probably going to go with Manticore. Let's not do a mule. Shrike. Actually, as far as... Because most of the time you're not going to be fighting with them. You're just going to be watching them exist. And they're going to be trying to catch. Right, and so going with the Shrike makes the fleets faster. Because it's got a burn of 10 instead of a burn of 9. That being said, I don't think it's that important, so I'm just going to grab Manticores and Sunders because they're good. Aurora. Although ideally, I could grab like Falcon P. I can grab both Falcons and Furies. Burn 9, so they're fast for cruisers. Really, though, Eradicators are probably the best choice, because they also get Burn 9, but they're a lot more reliable. Let's pull back on the carriers a little bit. See, is there any carrier that I particularly want? I guess if you have to do carriers, we'll go with Heron. Remnant could be interesting to make the fleets stealthier. For capital ship, Conquest is a good choice. Faster than most capital ships. Let's see. I think officer quality is probably the best, because you can... Your custom productions always use maximum ship quality. So whatever you set this to does not affect your custom productions. So really the most right? And you can get ship quality by other means, such as having a pristine nanoforge and having good stability. So this isn't necessarily that important, even though it does look nice having no demods, as you can see. But we can afford to have a few demods to maybe get more ships. Look at that, that's a lot more ships. Or we could have fewer ships and get officer quality, which, once again, you can get more ships through like adding an alpha core to your military base. But and ship quality you can get from like pristine nanoforge, but officer quality, there is no other way to get officer quality. You can only get it from doctrine. So it's probably best to max that out. Ship size, favoring smaller ships. These don't, so regardless of what your settings are here, it's supposed to be roughly equal for the purposes of auto-resolve, which is mostly what your fleets are going to be doing. But with that being said, picking smaller ship sizes in general means that your fleets are going to be faster, which could make them better at catching things. But overall, I'd probably rather have them balanced. Or maybe even favor the large ships. Because this is a heavy patrol, which I don't think we're deploying any heavy patrols, as is. We're only going to be deploying... Yeah, as it is, we're only going to be deploying light patrols because we only have Patrol HQ. Which is a bit annoying. I would like to see what typical, like, medium patrol and typical light patrol. If I could have those visible here as well, that would be nice. Oh well. I guess we'll go with... this. Sure. This is what we're going to go with. It's actually ended up mostly midline, more than anything else. Speaking of, I should probably drop the Fury, because that's going to make them worse. At least, it's going to make them worse if we actually end up in combat with them. It's mostly midline, throw in Manticores. I think that's largely because I don't have any... Like, if I had Omens, I'd be throwing them in. They would increase the sensor range of the fleets, and are effective in combat. But I don't have that as an option, so... This is what we're going to work with. Actually, if I drop the Manticores and the Pirate Falcons, then it'll be basically a pure midline fleet. But nah, let's just leave it as it is. That's cool. Okay, now we're going to go fight stuff. Distress. That sounds like a big fat load of not my problem. What? So, that's interesting. I just ordered them like 2 seconds ago, but because it was near the end of the month, they got delivered immediately. Huh. And they also come with fuel supplies and crew. Alright, well, when I get back, I've got stuff. Nice. Alright, time to explore. This is going to be useful. And this is also going to be useful if I had transplutonics, which I don't. Yeah, see, they're tiny. Look at that. Though this is more like a sub-ordo than a real ordo. If I can find some transplutonics in system, that would be nice. Alright, they're still following me, so I can't. But grabbing the sense ray is going to be useful because it means I'll be able to see the ordos before they see me. And that'll make it easier to avoid them when I don't want to be in combat. Habitat. Yeah, I don't really need a Starliner. That's their sensor range, but I can see them clearly from out here. Now on top of that, some of them have burn 9. So I also want to set up a nav buoy over here, if possible. Yes, you can kind of avoid them with sustained burn, but then the problem is they can also interdict you. And sustained burn also lets them detect you from really far away. So ideally that wouldn't happen. That one definitely saw me there. Oh, come on. Stop guarding this area. What? So you can see me in the asteroid field where it's supposed to reduce my... You know, I'm just going to kill you. How about that? How do you feel about that? What if I just kill you? Will you stop harassing me then? Do I even need the Paragons? Not really. Once again, leveling them up is pretty good. Yeah. And the Eagle doesn't need to level up because it's an AI core. So that's fine. Look at this gorgeous high-tech fleet. With a busted up... I mean, the Eagle kind of counts. It's got an Alpha Core piloting it. I mean, that's about as high-tech as it gets, aside from the paint job. Let's see. Yeah, we got here first. These are ours. Yeah, we're alright. I should this is starting to get to the point where I really want double Sabos instead of a Reaper. Because the shields are going to be a pain in the ass to get through. Like, 1v1ing an enemy cruiser is just not going to happen. Oh, hello. So we can ignore... We can turn that to a regular capture. We can say capture that. It's a lot of stuff, all concentrated here. Very nice. Alright, let's... yeah, he's already dissipated all the flux from that. Maybe if the omens could help, that would work. Did you really need to jump in front of me? You're lucky you didn't take any damage. Okay, so it looks like you've... Wait, why are you backing off of this point? Okay. Well, in that case, let's abandon this point. I was kind of expecting you to go up here, since there's more enemies here, and being a Paragon, you would think that you would be assigned to the place with more enemies, but no, it's assigned you to the place with less enemies. That's a bit strange. That's weird. That's not... I don't think that's right. Whatever algorithm is deciding that needs to be tweaked a little bit, because that doesn't seem right. Termination sequence, very cool. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're firing them at max range. It's probably not the best decision. And of course, it's going to assign... Yeah, it's going to assign like 2 omens, but one of them's going to be as far as possible. How about this? We abandon that one because this is silly. Get over here. Alright, that's taken care of. Hold on, let's get closer. Well, I didn't exactly mean to do that, but alright. How you doing? Alright, we're going to ignore this, because I know that all of you are going to start going back down there as soon as they take it, with like a lumen. Okay. Let's dodge that. Simple enough. Oh, why are my shields not on? I could have sworn I right-clicked. Really don't want to be fighting with those off. care of. Alright, let's get out of here before we overload. Yeah, the Furies are going to have a hard time killing the cruisers, but they're going to be very good at punching down. And they're also going to be very good at distracting. Apex's shield isn't very useful if it's facing the wrong way from a Paragon. That might come as a surprise to some people. Definitely comes as a surprise to the AI. Okay, no. Just one ship, please. Stop assigning everything automatically. I'm not trying to do that. That's what happens when you double-click by accident. Like, if you take a ship and you right-click on the same thing twice, then it starts assigning more ships, which is an interesting way of doing it, but it causes me issues. Good shot. And that should be basic. Yeah, there's just a couple of brilliants. Victory. Clean that up. Salvage the remains. Yeah, they definitely saw that battle. If I go dark, we should be able to escape them just fine. I've definitely got the metal to make a relay. I really forgot that I should be bringing transplutonics most of the time. At least a little bit. I could scan this. Wait. Oh, I was like, 1,000? No, it's 100. I added an extra 0. Alright. Debris field. Okay, it'd be nice if one of these salvage things would give me transplutonics. That would be very cool. It's up to RNG, really. And I don't think I'm going to give away my position by scanning this for just 10 hyperspace topography. 10 points of that to give away my position when I've already unlocked all the abilities. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless I'm trying to fight a bunch of enemies, but right now I'd like to salvage some stuff. Now this should give me transplutonics. Come on, baby. There they are. And also a million billion ore that I do not need. I'm going to drop the food too. None of that is all worthless to me. Okay, now we can build a nav buoy. So I can see them from further away, and I can also outrun them. Just barely. Could also just kill these. What's this? That's probably just another field of debris. And then we can come back and check out what's around this planet. Oh darn, I clicked it too soon. If I waited just a second, I'd be able to do it. Alright, how are we doing in terms of CR? We're back up. Yeah, we're fine. So you can take that. Anybody else? Nope. That's fine. We did get a story point. Let's get ourselves another. Oh, we even get bonus XP, 31%. Somehow I get the feeling that's a bit exaggerated. going to do it like this. So you guys will capture these ones, and then as soon as you've done that, you're going to join one of these two. And then whichever one the enemy fleet is covering, we're going to abandon that one and go after the other one. And then we're going to try and hold the points on these side. I have to see. So we want to hold this one, and we want to capture that one. No, I want you over here. We'll send 3. So ideally this would be the way to do it. You know, if we actually wanted to deploy our entire fleet. Which reminds me, you know what? Pirate Afflictor's probably better, because it'll make this a lot easier, capturing one of these. Yeah, so you're coming this way. Perfect. Boy, there sure is a lot of you. Speaking of, let's try just sending you straight for the... There's only one of it. And enemies don't have enough for reinforcements. So just going straight for the kill might actually be a good idea. Yeah, I see you. Those Tachyon Lances are a bit of an issue. Turning off my engines immediately. That's very cool. Oh, just one Tachyon Lance, of course, and 4 Reapers. That's kind of the perfect thing to just kick my ass there. If it didn't have something to shut off my engines, and then also Reapers, I think I was making it out of there. It's a little annoying. Although at the very least, they kind of fixed neural... Alright, no, let's not sit there and do nothing. Forgot about that. So they fixed Neural Link, because it used to have an issue where if your host ship got destroyed, and then you tried to command the other ship that you were linked to, it would just have no combat skills. That sucked. But now even if the ship that you're piloting just dies, you can transfer out of it. Which is nice. Right, but before you had to, like, actually go click, you know, use the standard ship switching where you click X to fly over there, and then you would arrive and just have no combat skills. Pretty lame. Glad they fixed that. Oh, it looks like this one actually has extended shields. Or maybe frontal shield conversion. No. Can't be frontal shield conversion. It would have more, right? No, it has to be, because it's always facing forward. It's not turning at all. Oh wait, no. It can't have frontal shield conversion. It's got frontal shield by default, of course. It's like the only Remnant ship to do so. Yeah, and this is... I think I'm going to go with S-modded repair unit, because the AI can get a little squirrely with EMP and drop its shields when it really shouldn't. Oh, thanks for helping me, little Lumen. Much appreciated. The AI can get a little squirrely and drop its shields when it's not really supposed to, and then take a bunch of EMP damage. And then that can spiral into a very bad situation. But if you have S-modded repair unit, it's kind of not an issue. Your weapons just get fixed so fast that it doesn't matter. Yeah, unfortunately though, killing the Remnant, the Radiant's going to take a while. Unless you have somebody else kind of corralling it from behind, it's going to kite the Paragons for quite a while. At least it can, at this stage. Maybe if I had more upgrades to get them more damage output, they could actually nail it down. But as it stands, yeah, it's going to take a while. So let's get that. So we're not going to worry about that, or that. Actually, when I have all of you kill that, except for you, you can keep doing what you're doing. You can come help. And yeah, that's about it. I'll go over here and try to... I'll try to force an engagement with the Radiant. If I can get behind it, that might help. Yeah, see now it's gonna, now that I'm surrounding it, it's going aggressive. That's what I thought. Simple as that. You guys could hurry up with this one, that'd be cool. Any of you got Reapers left? Looks like the answer is no. Oh, no you do. You just reloaded and fired it to the front. Please fire one in the back. Shoot. There you go. That's wonderful. Got a couple Alpha cores. Easy as that. So I've got 2 debris fields here to salvage. Some people have argued that they would prefer that when you hit take all, that it takes extra fuel over your capacity, although personally, I like it this way because it's what saves me the extra click. Maybe if you had 2 different versions, but that starts to make the interface a bit complicated, too many hotkeys. I like it this way. It's definitely an improvement. If you want to take, right, because the default assumption is you don't want extra fuel over capacity. So that's what you're doing most of the time. So if you do want to go over capacity, that should be the one that requires the extra click because you're using that less often. I still haven't found the Nexus, have I? It's probably somewhere in the outer asteroid field. It's probably like over there. No, that's a fleet. It's not in this asteroid field either. Am I really only 18? Why am I so slow? Don't I have a... yeah, I have a nav buoy. That would imply that my... yeah, 14... and then that gets up to 16, and then that gets up to 18, right. Yeah, so I want... that's right, okay. So I want an aux, and then if I have like a proper... right, makeshift is only going to get you up to 19, and then a proper nav buoy gets you up to 20, the same way that hyperspace field optimization does when you're actually in hyperspace. Alright, where is this Nexus? I just want to know. I'm just curious. Oh, it's you know what? It's probably here. Yeah, there it is. I think another fleet just popped out. Yep. Oh, and there's a debris field out here. Very cool. Let's see if I can catch all of these at the same time. Oh, not that one, though. Let's not go, you know, overboard. I'm not really optimized for this just yet. Actually, we'll do that. 5, 6. Autopilot, go. We'll go to that one. I mean, having only a Nova as their capital ship should make things relatively easy. You can kind of flank them. Especially in a high mobility ship like this, but it really, like the Afflictor, a player-piloted Afflictor just goes crazy against a lot of these ships. You can 1v1 a Nova very easily. Alright, you can go ahead. Am I going to deploy the Eagle? Probably not. Once again. Because any extra demods it gets can't be removed. Which might be why Sentinel ships might be best if you run derelict operations, because you can't remove the demods anyways, so you might as well take advantage of them. Alright, we're going to change that over, because they're all going to be over here. Right, you kill that. Actually, how about this? Avoid order. You specifically kill that, because we don't want our other ships getting distracted by it. Didn't quite overload. That sucks. Okay, that's attack at lance. It's not... Okay, hold on. What? Are you dumb? I forgot that I should be switching back and forth because you're going to be a dumbass and attack from the front. I just forgot that I should be doing that. Because of course you're going to be a dumbass and attack from the front. What else do you do with your life? So look, even just flying beside it causes it to turn towards you, and then attacking on lance can hit the side. You know, it's my mistake, really. It's not the AI's fault for being stupid, although it is. It's also my fault for forgetting the AI is stupid. See, look at that. Easy. Compare that to a Radiant, it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, let's back off of that. Maybe hold on to this one. It's a lot of sabos. Your engines are out. Hold on, let me save you. You're welcome. You should be doing fine. Yeah, you're just going to kill all of these. You are tunnel visioning on that, but you're going to kill it pretty quickly anyway, so that's fine. You got something with safety overrides sneaking up behind you. Almost letting that you. Didn't quite get you. That's too bad. Let's back off a bit. Dang, this is a lot. Maybe I should be deploying the Eagle. Alright, now I can back off a bit. Let's vent. Yeah. S-modded repair unit. That's where we're going. Let's see if I can salvage this. Alright, that's one down. You know, it'd be nice if the two Paragons would actually, like, work together. That'd probably make things easier. Ah, engines. But yeah, this one's basically playing on easy mode way back here, whereas this one's taking on the entire horde. That Tachyon Lance was close. How about you come over here? How about that? We'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that. Yeah. Oh my god. There's just so much. There's so many of them. It would be nice if my Fury didn't die immediately at the start. That would make this a lot easier. But so be it. Yeah, you capture that. Everybody else, try and clean this up. Maybe if I can get around the back and start targeting the carriers. But I've been busy trying to save this Paragon, which, to be fair, I think it's barely taken any hull damage, despite how bad things have looked. Oh, what are you going to do? Chase me down with your plasma burn? I have that too. You got a plasma burn, I got more of them. You got 3 charges, I got 4 of them. It looks like I've attracted the entire horde. This is incredible. Alright, we're going to leave that because of Brilliant's taking it. And we're going to defend this point. Yeah, I've got the entire horde chasing me. Guys, what are you doing? Is there like a kill order on me? Did they put an eliminate order on my ship? What is this? I'm not even like holding a point or anything. I was just existing. Alright, we're going to let them have that. That's fine. I'm just going to take this. Get a little more sensor jammer going. So your ECM 10% versus 20%. Yeah, so we get they get minus 3% range, we get minus 7%. So there's really only a difference of like 4%. Leaves me wondering if it should max out even higher. Okay, why is one Paragon okay with moving up here, but the other one isn't? You're both guarding the same point. I'm not sure what the logic is there. Guess there just is none. It's the simplest explanation. Oh yeah, this is going to be a fun little slaughter. Rated E for everyone. Let's zoom our way out of here. Yeah, there's going to be some guys coming up behind, but the Medusas can more or less, and the Omens can more or less deal with that. Yeah, try not to die. Oh wow, it actually killed an Omen. Where's the other Medusa? Did that die too? I think it did. Alright. Mildly annoying. But that's probably the reckless... Yeah, it was the reckless one. Of course it was. I would really like it if that Reaper would at least overload. That'd make life easier, wouldn't it? I'm out of Sabos too, so... my anti-shield capabilities have severely dropped. Hello, stop playing on easy mode for like 2 minutes and help the other guy. You are seriously a problem. Like, do something. Alright, you're here. Do something. Alright, help me. I can't kill this by myself. Although the Omens are dying too, at this point. Okay, how do we clean this up? They've only got one Apex, no, 2 Apexes. That's a lot of cruisers. I think it would help. This would be so much easier if I just had my other Fury, but it died immediately for no reason. Like, what are you doing? I guess that's my fault for setting Doctrine to aggressive, because it thought it could actually do something, but it can't. Yeah, they're starting to run out of CR, which means they're starting to die. I get it. Everybody scatter. Scatter and distract them, and then the Paragon can pick them off one by one, basically. Yeah, I get it. You guys are having trouble. Damn it. Come on. The way that it wiggles back and forth is just really well done. Makes it difficult to actually pin down. Alright, you come over this way. You still haven't killed it. Please, just, like, blast it from orbit. Just delete it. I really need you to do this. And, yeah, we're running out of Omens. How about you just go over here, actually? Don't worry, we'll recover all of these, and then we have plenty of cash to pay for restoration. Although, I'm starting to think that instead of Medusas, what... There were Salamanders? Oh, are you kidding me? I was busy looking somewhere else. Come on. So I'm starting to think that instead of Medusas, I might just be better off with Monitors as the escorts, because Monitors definitely save your Paragons from some trouble. Please let me get out of here. Come on. Some of my engines are out, but that's fine. Alright, I am distracting a couple of ships. That's going to make life easier for the Paragon. Who had better be killing things right about now. It looks like you aren't, so I'm a little disappointed. Please just kill them already. Just blast them. It can't be that difficult. I know what you're capable of. You're a Paragon. Believe in yourself. Alright, it's time to try and corral them. Oh, well, no, it's moving forward on its own. Maybe it's the Medusa getting in the way. That would be annoying. Annoying if true. Ah, yes, of course, the classic maneuver of shooting your tachyon lance at a different ship from what I told you to target. I mean, it's fine, you did kill them both, but in some situations that can be a big problem. Okay, hold on. Let's try and see. Where are the other ones? Are they coming upwards, or are they chasing? I think they're still chasing the Omen. Although I don't see them anymore. So I'm a little worried. Alright, let's actually kill this one because it's almost dead. Even though this one is closer. I can spin it around using a little magic trick. Yep, and there we go. Yeah, so they are coming over here. Okay. So I guess just do that. Yeah. Hello? Turn. I saw you pause for a second. Did you need a second to reboot? Did you forget where you were? Why don't you escort me? That would make my life easier. Okay, so there is still a carrier and an apex. Alright. Let's put a harass order there. You're probably going to die, though. I don't find harass orders very good. I never use them. Like, I get the idea, but they just don't do it quite right, in my experience. Could probably use a little tuning, although I'm not exactly sure how or in what specific way. So yeah, whenever your main battle line falls apart, just fall back on like Wolfpack tactics. Even though, you know, Paragon's not exactly... See, look, it died already. What did I say? Even though obviously Paragon's not like a Wolfpack type ship, but Wolfpack tactics more in the sense of just using faster ships to split up the enemy while they chase them down, and then defeating them one at a time. Alright, you go capture that so you don't get in the way, and then this is over. Man, the difference that a few S-mods can make is very big. This should be an easy fight, really. Well, that and losing the Fury at the start because AI. Alright, I think we've got most of what we... Alright, let's take all this. And we discover all this. Cool. And then we're going to transverse jump out. Alright, now we're going to go home. Not in it for the money. Because this is definitely not in it for the money, because this is going to be expensive to repair. Most of the cost is just going to be the Paragon, though. Yeah, 19. So once we get that Ox, we'll be up to 20. Although you can definitely bring more Oxes so that you don't slow down as much through deep hyperspace. See, how many store points did we get? A bunch. Perfect. And that's why you fight things that give you 150% bonus XP. And eventually, we should be fighting things that are, you know, at least 300%. That's where we want to get. Alright, repair. Officers for hire, cool. Although currently I don't think that's an issue. Okay. So we're going to grab this. Came out with a D-mod. That's fine, I guess. I accidentally grabbed you. You're not going to be part of this. Sorry. Sorry, big guy. You don't count. Oh, right, that's right. Archimedes. spelled that not quite right. Archimedes. S then apostrophe. Nope, there's supposed to be a space in there. Last stand. There we go. High moon. We'll just call it high noon. Simple as that. Einstein's Demon. That's a pretty good name. Bing. Einstein's Demon. I think I'm going to leave that one. That puts a smile on my face. Okay. Storage. Drop off all of this. Excellent. Okay, we can grab that. Open market. We can sell the stuff we don't need. I'll carry around a small amount of volatiles and transplutonics. Cool. Now I just need a bunch of crew. Let's go up to exactly 2,000. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. It's a lot more than we need, but it also means we're not going to have to replace them as often. And we can just start repairing these. That's easy enough. Barely makes a dent in my money. This is going to be expensive, though. 720,000. Let's start with you. And you. And I can still afford to do that. Okay, cool. Back to good condition. Oh, that's right. We're missing you, which I don't have the money for. Son of a... Alright, well, these leveled up. Let's see what we got. What did I want? Right, helmsmanship. That's right. Both of you got the same skill set, except helmsmanship. I guess I could... Ideally, I want helmsmanship. And then to get the elite bonus. Because that would then give them a lot... That would make them a lot more mobile. And that mobility makes a big difference. But I guess impact mitigation and making it elite. Right, instead of the extra top speed that you would get from helmsmanship, what you're getting is the extra armor resistance and, 50% reduced damage to weapons and engines. But since I plan to S-mod a repair unit, I don't think that's too important, honestly. So I could just grab impact mitigation for both of them. But I'm tempted to just try and re-roll for helmsmanship on you. And I do need you to be aggressive. Yeah, there we go. So I actually managed to get you with the right skill set. Awesome. No, I'm trying to turn this one off. There we go. Although elite field modulation is very tempting, getting the extra target analysis, doubling the effectiveness of your EMP, extra damage from versus fighters and destroyers. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. Although given this situation, it might be better. Oh well. We'll have to wait and see. You can always test that out on a different save file or something, see which is better. Because those can be, elite skills can be shuffled around. So there's no reason to worry about which one you're committing to. For you, probably just want field modulation and systems expertise, although I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, you can level up. Helmsmanship, I think that's what I want. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get helmsmanship, and the next level you can get systems expertise guaranteed. Awesome. You can go there. I've got 2 reckless officers that need a little adjustment, but I've got so many other things that I need to S-mod right now. What is this loadout? No. We want this. There we go. Actually, can I make custom production of burst PDs? I've been talking about it a lot. Might be a good idea. Might be something I can do there. Let's give you adaptive phase coils. And you know what? You're probably going to need unstable injector too. Because I don't have... If you don't have phase coil tuning, then there's a big difference there. I'd say if you have phase coil tuning, then unstable injectors is... Yeah. If you have this, then unstable injectors is kind of overkill and you don't really need them. But if you don't have it, the extra speed is going to matter. So we're going to grab that, and then lastly, with our third one, we're going to end up grabbing this. But for now, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to max this out. Once I have more story points, then I'll do that. Okay. What else we got? Not going to bother with you for now. Let's go here. Yeah, we'll do the auto loaders. That is what I'm going to do next. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got one S-mod on all of these. Got a few S-mods here and there. Still got work to do, though. Oh, that's right, and I also want to S-mod solar shielding. I guess you're going to have to go without hardened subsystems, to be honest. You're just going to be very much in the early game, and then you're going to dip. In the early parts of a fight, then you're going to dip. Which is fine. You're mostly there to capture points and support with your system, really. So that's fine. Okay. Is there anything else I need? Right, I can drop these off. Sort that out. I guess I'll take those guys with me instead of leaving them in storage. You can get... What am I going to give you? We'll go with insulated engines because your drive field has you have a larger sensor profile than a capital ship by default. So putting that on actually matters. Alright. I think that's looking pretty good. 240 DP of combat ships. Now we've just got to get the story points we need to actually upgrade everything. We've got to get the officers up. But in terms of just the fleet composition, we've got everything. In terms of skills, we've got everything too. Okay. So, yeah, that's a lot of money. Oh boy. Sleeper. The Pathers have not made any significant moves, but are apparently preparing to do so if whatever activity they object to continues. So, I'm not sure, because they were definitely active before I gave the PK, and I'm wondering if this is going to be permanently in sleeper mode, because nothing in the text here suggests that it's going to be permanently sleeping. It says, in fact, the opposite, but maybe that's just the normal sleeper mode. No, because it's... Yeah, it's sleeper, it's not disrupted, it's different. So, I'm not sure how that's... Maybe it's permanent, maybe it's only like for a couple of years they leave you alone, I'm not sure. I haven't actually I know that's what the PK does when you give it over, I just haven't done it myself, so I'm not sure what the limitations are. I do have a bunch of alpha cores, so I could probably... Hey, hold on, let me check. So I've got two. Two qualifies as a bunch, in this case. Yeah, I can give them to the other planet. So one can go in the Megaport, and one can go in Heavy Industry. You know, it's funny, I actually just... I now realize... Oh, wait. Yeah, no, Heavy Industry's already finished. I was about to say, I'm doing custom production and the building's not even finished. It is. Do I really need that? I don't think that really does much for me. If anything, I want to wait for this to finish and put it in the Patrol HQ. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll wait one day. There we go. That should increase, yeah, fleet size by 1.25. Fleet size 66%, nothing crazy. It's better than nothing. Although that is going to get bigger as it increases in size. It should be fairly soon. And then this is going to improve our quality once it gets upgraded. Let's see. Let's just wait a day. You know what? I should be checking these officers, just in case I find one with combat endurance who's not reckless. because I could immediately swap that out. Even though the chances of finding the right officer for that is unlikely, it's not 0. Alright, let's have a look. Alderon Laurier. Let's look at what you've got. Yeah, quality's up to 75%. Average of 1 DMod per hull. And that's with our fleet doctrine set to minimum quality. So that's not bad at all. And it's only with 6 stability. Once you get up to 10 stability, this should be even better. I think another 20%. It'll get up to like 95%. So it'll be like an average of 1 DMod every 2 hulls. Alright, that's going to be pretty cool. Although really, if I want to defend this planet, probably best to put it in the orbital station. But I don't suspect that we're going to be getting any massive raids anytime soon, where that's going to be an issue. I could start up another colony, get the gas giant going, since I do have a synchrotron core. See what we've got. High percent tap, plasma dynamo, and then we could do a second heavy industry with this corrupted nanoforge. That would be an option. Actually, I'm tempted to, because you can change the radius for hypershunts. You can actually do that in the files. So I'm wondering, it might be fun to just increase the range up from 10 light years to, say, 15, so that I could actually use this. I mean, I don't want to be accused of cheating or anything, so I'll leave that up to the viewers to decide. Maybe we'll put like a poll or something. Because I'm just not going to end up... Like, I've got the thing, but it's not going to end up being used. So for those people who want to see what happens when you use it, it could be worth just upping the files, just so that it happens. To be honest, it's not going to do too much. It's just going to be an extra industry, which is cool, for sure. But in terms of, like, the profitability, I mean, we're already raking in the cash without editing anything. So it's like, I don't think that it's going to make a big difference. But if people want to see what it looks like, then that would be worth doing. Okay. Although, if I want to supply it, I'm probably, once I get mining online, I'll probably need to put an alpha core there, maybe get a story point into it. And then ideally, I mean, it's at -1 transplutonics, and I need to supply 10. So ideally, I'd get like an autonomous mantle bore. So I'm wondering, is this actually even possible? Because I believe this would be 0 at size 3. So it'd be 3 at size 6. And then you get +1 from an alpha core, +1 from a story point, +1 from the administrator. So get you up to 9, and then a mantle bore would get you up to 10. Or no, it would get, no, those 3 things would get you up to 6, and then a mantle bore would get you up to 9. I think because it's sparse ores, like if it was just moderate, I think it would be possible to get up to 10. But with sparse ores, I think it's actually impossible. Although that being said, that's the ore output. What am I thinking? Of course, it doesn't. The raw material actually doesn't matter because that's going into the refinery, and then it's the refinery's output that matters, and that is completely doesn't care about the raw resource amount. It just needs like, it needs like 5 input, and then it can give you like 10 output very easily. So no, yeah, that's not an issue. Never mind that. I do have the catalytic core, so that should be actually fairly easy to do. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, it's worth thinking about. Alright, and I'll check these officers. What have you got? Helmsmanship, Ballistic Mastery? Actually, I could use that. Just Helmsmanship. Because I don't have... Yeah, I want to do... Oh, it depends. Do I want to do gunnery implants? Nah, I think I'm going to skip gunnery implants. I think it's fine. So we'll dismiss you, because you're reckless, and you've only got 1 skill, like a loser. And we'll hire you, because this is a Giga Chat over here with 2 skills, and not reckless. More useful to me. Ballistic Mastery to boost the damage on the Light Needlers is actually pretty decent. And then the other skills... Oh wait, no, Helmsmanship's kind of useless, isn't it? That's right. That's right, I don't want Helmsmanship. I kind of forgot because I want it on everything else. But no, Helmsmanship is not what I'm looking for. I want combat endurance, field modulation, target analysis, systems expertise. And then the 5th skill can be Ballistic Mastery for more damage, or it can be Elite Gunnery Implants for ECM. Oh well. I can always find more officers for this. That being said, I think with Elite Combat Endurance now repairing up to full, I found that Afflictors and lots of little baby phase ships survive better with Elite Combat Endurance. Because they do tend to take chip damage over the course of the game when they unphase to attack something. And the minimum repair value is 2,000. So they go from having 1,500 hull to 3,500. That's a big increase in hull. And they actually get to repair because, well, when you're in phase space, time moves 3 times as fast. So they get to repair 3 times as fast. It's a pretty neat little synergy. I think phase ships get a lot of benefit out of Elite Combat Endurance. Yeah, I think we're just going back to the red zone, honestly. Ordnance Expertise, don't think I need that. Unless I fire this officer and try to train up a new one to get the right skills. No, not that one. This one. The one with impact mitigation. Speaking of, I should probably put an S-mod on this. Yeah, I don't think I'm worried about solar shielding at the moment. I think I'll just go straight with the repair unit. And then I'll do solar shielding last. Oh, I know I don't have any story points. I've already spent them. Never mind. I'll come back and do that later then. So yeah, I think it's going to be turret gyros, repair unit, solar shielding. And all of you want solar shielding. Everything needs solar shielding. We'll get to it eventually. Alright, everything's going to... Oh, that's right. You kind of ruined this because you can't. You fool. Why have you done this? Yeah, maybe I'll just do mercenary officers. Maybe I'll grab, something that's... What's a good 20 DP high-tech choice? Oh, like a Harbinger? No. Fury? In the AI hands? I think we've already seen that that's not a good idea. Speaking of, let's change Fleet Doctrine back to steady. So you don't die as much. That would be nice. Yeah, I think we're just going right back over. And the cash inflow should cover any losses, so we can just repair them. Commerce Raiders. Man. Speaking of, Crisis is progressing again. But the blockade really shouldn't be that much of an issue. Even if it hurts our accessibility, it's not like the Ludic Path Crisis or the Church Crisis where you have to deal with it or you get screwed. If it sits there, the accessibility sucks, but you can kind of deal with it whenever you feel like it. You can just wait. Right? There's not like a breaking point where they destroy your colony, unless your colonies suffer that badly from low accessibility. But mine won't, so it's going to be fine. You don't think there's anything else I need to add to them right now? I'll leave them alone. Let's do more farming. And then we can head over to the core worlds, drop off some AI cores. We don't need the raspberries. Good old Raspberry Pis. Don't eat them. Oh, let's go... Where are that? Yeah, let's go out here. Salvage all this crap. And then once we're done with all that... Yeah, we're going to go to the core worlds. We're going to donate some Pi. Oh. Hello. And then... we're going to talk to our friend. And then that'll probably be the end. That's a lot of alpha cores. Damn. Holy moly. But there's no radiance, so this is going to be easier. Let's fight this one. 62%, yeah. You don't even have a number. Let's add a number to you. Control 7. So you'll scout out that one, basically. And then if that one doesn't work, you go to the other one. Right, of course, it's going to do that. So you gotta make it a regular capture point first, and then tell everyone to go over there. Okay, so it looks like there's just a glimmer over here, which means we want to do with this. Actually, you know what? Let's use the Rally Civilian Craft, because that might actually get them to go and do what they're supposed to do. Because Rally Civilian Craft, they really stay on that spot. They actually stay. As crazy as that sounds. And look at that. Easy. The Pirate Afflictor just 1v1'd him like that. He doesn't even have the right skill. He's got Helmsmanship and Ballistic Mastery, and he just did that. I guess that Glimmer probably didn't have like an AI core or anything, did it? So that's part of why, but... yeah, cool. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with you. I guess I'll just leave you to your own devices for now. Where is all of them going? They're just kind of like wandering around now. By the looks of it, they're splitting up a lot. I'm not sure where the horde is going. They're going diagonally, I think. Even though I've set up over here. That's just rude. I did this whole thing just for you, and you guys decide to go a different direction. Can you believe that? It's unimaginable. Yeah, how about we get you out of the danger zone, where you're isolated by yourself. There we go. Yeah, let's not. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of there. What are you doing? You are by yourself. What are you doing? Why? Why any of this? You're not even using your kinetics. What? What a foolish situation. This is not what I wanted from you. Oh, right, of course, because it's an alpha core, it's going to be very aggressive. It's not really ideal for an eagle. Alright, I'm liking the Reapers on the Omens. I'm liking the Reapers on the Omens. They're actually hitting them. This is crazy. This is great. And it's, of course, not going to be as useful in longer fights, but probably not going to be doing longer fights. At least nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think if you're going to use the Sentinel ships, probably the Onslaught's the best choice, because it can be reckless and it can get stuff done. You know, you give an Onslaught 8 combat skills. The fact that it's reckless, 8 elite combat skills. The fact that it's reckless is not going to matter. That's just the truth. It's going to get the job done. But I think for everything else, being reckless is questionable. Well, maybe the Enforcer views it as like an escort. Well, that Reaper did not make it in. Unfortunate. Oh, yeah, and of course they've got more reinforcements coming in as we kill them. That's the way that works. Of course. And the problem is that we're lining up to fight them here, but then they're going to come in and we want them to be lined up more to face that. Yeah, alright. No! What do you guys do? No, come over here. You guys are not doing anything. Why are you not doing anything? Come back over here. Please. Let's get like a defense point here. Actually, somebody can capture that since the AI has abandoned it. I know you guys... I'm just so worried about you driving straight through the enemy fleet because you're an idiot. I've got the attention of the Apex, so let's back up a bit. Alright, no, you're doing fine. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, whoops. Yep. See, now you can transfer out even after you die. That's a big improvement. Yeah, I did not check to see if my flux would overload me with that after firing the antimatter blasters, but everything turned towards me, so that should have been obvious. Okay. Well, we're managing. You have been doing okay, thanks to your leash. I guess we'll see at the end if you actually get to do much damage. Although I suspect probably not that much. Here come their reinforcements. Alright, cancel that. Nah, let's back off. Alright, let's move you forward a bit. So another L. Put that there. Alright. Okay, I don't know why you are like tugging this way. This is odd. The enemy's not even over there. I mean, they are, but they're so far away that it doesn't matter. There's a lot of other enemies much closer. It's a bit strange that you would obsess over that one. Oh, right. You. 7. Oh, let's get you out of here. Seriously? The heavy blaster couldn't just get that last shot. It couldn't. It had to miss. Come on. Let's remove these. No, that's not what I'm trying to remove the point. There we go. Let's let you guys move around a bit. Yeah, you've retreated. That's fine. And let's remove that. You guys can collapse and kill all of that. That's going to be fine. I think the most help is... Yeah, you need help. Let's try driving out of there, yeah? It's a lot of soft flux. As long as the engines don't go out, you should be able to escape, more or less. Yep, and now we're getting a bunch of flux. Perfect. Just like in the simulations. And all this stuff is already dead, which means that now we can fight all this stuff much safer. Without getting overwhelmed, like we did in the last one. I can actually go kill that myself. And this is what teamwork looks like. The only loss was, well, me. Nope. Tried to... I way overshot that. I was leading the target too much. Sometimes you can kind of force a shot past their shield by just burning into them at point-blank range. Sometimes it works. Yeah, that's... See, that's the... that kind of shot makes me wonder, what was the AI thinking? Yeah, I'm just going to fire a Reaper at max range against a target with 0 flux buildup. Most of the time, they've been pretty good today. They've been very good with their shots. But something like that is just... Why in the hell would it be programmed that way? Like, in what situation does that make sense? Because I can't think of one. Yeah, nope. We are out of there. and now we've just got to clean up what's left. All you've got is a couple of beams and a bunch of harpoon pods. Yeah, I don't see you being very effective, huh? Oh, of course, I say that just as the Omen... I don't think it overloaded, I think it dropped its shields, because I didn't hear the sound effect. I say that as the Omen fails to dodge any of the missiles. Fails to use its... Well, I mean, its system, I think, is on cooldown right at that moment. That was, wow. That really should not have happened. Alright, well, almost perfect. One mistake by me, one mistake by the AI. I guess that's fair. No alpha cores, of course, because the chance of getting one scales with the size of the ship. So even though there was like 6 cruisers, the chances were still pretty meh. Oh, look, another one. Let's see. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm gone, like the wind. You can't see me. Cargo pod's still here. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys now. And they are not messing around. Look at that. That's a real Ordo. 2 capital ships, bunch of cruisers, all alpha cores. Yeah, not like the stuff we saw when we first got here. I don't know why this one's barreling straight towards me. It must be a coincidence. But it's a really unfortunate coincidence because it's going to screw me over. It just so happened to be searching in my direction. Alright, let's get all of you guys down this way. And then I'm going to circle around through the nebula. And then you're going to leave me alone. Understand? Cool. I just want to salvage these ships. And then I want to... Well, I do want more story points. I mean, that's really the main thing I need right now is a lot more story points. So I guess I'll fight more of you. We've repaired up. Demons are not that bad. I've only got a couple of them. Hyperion. You know what? Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need. Instead of the Eagle, maybe I need a Hyperion, and then I'll put a mercenary in this. Because Hyperions are pretty good. Especially if I get some Omega weapons. Level 5. If we could get level 7, that would be awesome. This is the perfect place to put one, too. It's a red zone. Revenants are nice. I don't know if I'm going to be using it right now, because it does need to be repaired. But I will take it. Is this another Hyperion? It is. I don't think I'm... Yeah, I don't think I can fit 2. I mean, I'd love to fit 2. But if I drop the Afflictor and the Eagle, I've only got 26. And 2 of them would be 30. So that doesn't quite work. You know... I do have... So if I drop the Afflictor and the Eagle, then I have 26. I could just do 2 more Medusas. I could, instead of going with Escort Package, well, instead of having them escort, what I could do is just have Medusas go around the battlefield like everything else. And then if they happen to be close to the Paragons, they'll get some nice benefits. Something like that. I could do that. That would actually be... 4 Medusas was actually pretty decent. I'd have 5 Omens, 4 Medusas. Right, but I would still need a mercenary officer in one of them, which would be less than ideal. I'll have to think about it. Oh, really? That's it? Alright. Let's go for something else to fight. Oh, I see one up there. There's one below me. This one's small and has a ton of D-mods. This one's got 2 Radiants and no D-mods. Alright, alright. I'll give you a chance. Fight me. 55%. Even less than the last one, to be... That's a bit funny. Alright, 7, you go over here. We'll capture this, we'll capture this, we'll capture Nope, 7, I want you over here. Yeah, I really want burst PDs on these things. I think I do want to change them around a bit. Maybe, you know, double phase lance is neat, but I may end up going back to just the classic Ion Pulsar Mining Blaster. I think that's really solid. Yeah, you can fire all your charges at me, and I'm just going to back up and... Why can't... Okay, the V is not... Spacebar is not working. Okay, none of my... Okay, that was weird. For a second there, none of my keys were working. Alright, of course, right. This is the problem. Monitor... Or the Medusas are just going to get themselves killed. They're just going to get really close and... No, back up! Use your system... Why did you overload? What are you doing? You haven't even touched your system. You still have all your charges. There's no excuse for overloading here. What are you doing? Alright, you're gonna be... You are so fired, Mr. Reckless Officer. Well, I'm probably not gonna fire him because that'd be annoying. I'm gonna retrain him. There's no excuse for that. Why would you do that? In what situation does that make sense? That's what I was talking about with the AI waiting to the last second to use the system, to the point that sometimes it just overloads and dies when it has no excuse for it. There's no reason you should overload and die there. Zero. None. Alright. You guys can just attack that. We're gonna remove that. Okay. Let's get around behind him. This is going to force him to get more aggressive. I can take out some of these guys helping him out. Yeah. This is a click. Why are my shields not on? I'm pretty sure I right-clicked. I need to actually look at the screen, because sometimes I'm right-clicking and it's just not doing that. That's probably an issue with my mouse. Considering sometimes it double-clicks and sometimes it just doesn't click. Alright. Well, okay, that was just me getting greedy. I thought I could finish it off. I can't. Of course, never punished, as always. I've never been punished for a bad decision before, and it's not about to start now. And of course, you're trying to 1v1 an Apex while just slowly backing up. If the AI could learn how to turn around and use Plasma Burn, that would make it so much better, but it's never going to learn how to do that, because then you would see it turning around in situations for no reason. That's what would start happening, and then everyone would complain about it. And rightfully so. So it's just never going to happen because it's too finicky. There we go. That's another one down. So you're going to start running out of CR. Did I lose an Omen? I did. I don't know how or when, but I did. Alright. Actually, you can kill this. There we go. Now we're going to back up away from all the Tachyon Lances. If you could kindly get out of the way. There we go. Alright, the Apex has, of course, escaped, as we would expect. You know, it's known for its speed. This is probably the one that doesn't have helmsmanship, if I had to guess. I think you have helmsmanship and you don't. And the difference is pretty clear. Are your engines out? That sucks. Why don't you use your system to get out of there? Alright, of course, I almost forgot that I have You know, I kept dying in the last few fights. I keep forgetting that I have second fury. And that it's going to be making stupid decisions if left alone for too long. Really can't afford to forget that. Like, what are you doing? You're not only in the way of the Paragon, you're driving straight into the enemy's face when you're at 90% flux. Like, what are you doing? Why? I don't understand what's going on with the AI. I mean, that one's me, but it's also kind of the AI's fault for, like, why is it not backing up? Like, it's like, in situations where it can score a kill, it just backs off. In situations where it's fun of a remnant with 90% flux, it drives forward. Alright, I'm a little distracted because I'm a little frustrated by this. That's nonsense. There's no reason it should behave like that. Alright. See, look, the Paragons are having... The difference with that extra speed from Helmsmanship lets it actually chase down the Remnant, or the Radiant, instead of getting kited forever. And I think that makes a big difference in terms of your ability to take on these things. I would say that that's actually a very important skill to pick up. Right, we're going to abandon these points because that's going to be pointless. And yeah, mostly we're surviving. Did the... Yeah, it must have died because I don't remember retreating it. The poor little Afflictor. Alright, let's get a little bit closer. Why do I feel so sluggish? I only have 130 top speed. Why? Isn't coordinated maneuvers maxed out? It is. Did I lose my skills? Is the bug still active? Hold on. Let's wait and see if I get a third plasma burn charge. I do. Oh no, it's because my CR is ticking down. But that's only 10 speed. It's only, or rather, only, yeah, it's only 10% speed. CR ticking down from 100% to 70% should only be... Why am I losing so much speed? Why? What? It should... The difference between 70% CR and 100 CR should only be 10 speed. So why am I missing 30? What is happening? I'm very confused by this. I shouldn't be this sluggish. Something's up with that. Maybe the combat readiness formula is working strangely. Like, I'm not sure. There's no way I should be this slow. This should be 150, not 130. Well, no. At 70% combat readiness, it should be 140, not 130. This is weird. I should not be this sluggish. The math does not check out. Maybe I should do some testing with this and file a bug report, because that's not right. Unless there's something I'm just blatantly missing here, I should be much faster. Well, not much faster, but, you know, it feels like it's a big difference. The extra maneuverability on the Paragons is going to make a big difference. Although I don't think this one has it yet. It's just the other one. Let's clean this stuff up. You go in the garbage. Alright. Let's recover all this. This time we do get an Alpha Core. How many story points we got? 4. Yeah, missed. Alright. So we're going to go back home. We're going to repair up. And then we're going to go to the core worlds, drop off our cores, or the red ones. Going to talk to Ryan, and then I think I'm going to call it there. It was a little bit frustrating. You know, the first one, kind of understandable. We don't have that many S mods. The second one, well, Actually, I'm not sure because I've done a few battles now, but that third one, I'm just keep getting reminded of how much... Go away. I'm trying to talk. Man, Sensor Ghosts, they really have no manners. I just keep getting reminded of how much the AI does not work with the Fury. Unless you put safety overrides on it, of course, but I don't want to do that. Alright, repair time. And then I'm not going to have enough left for that. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave... I'm going to leave the Eagle behind. That's not going to work. Got to figure out something else. Alright, what have we got? None. Alright, that's not what I was looking for. Let's try something else then. See, when does the Gate Hauler arrive? That's a good question. Persean League, is this about to start? It's going to be another 233 days. So by the end of the year, just about. No. Halfway through the next cycle. What have you got? Just Ballistic Mastery. Okay. That's closer to what we want here. So we'll fire you. Alright, you exist. Interesting skill selection. But I don't think I need that. Sounds good to me. You can go right there. So first things first. Reckless? No. Enough of that. And then S-mods. I think I'm going to hold on to one story point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to S-mod repair units onto both of these. I think that's, yeah. That seems right. And then that should make things a lot more reliable. Okay. Cool. So with these, we've got all of that. Wait, why is it... Oh, right. Because that. That's why it's that. No flux capacity bonuses. But yeah, that was weird with the speed. Or maybe... 190, 140, 190, 140, okay. Wait, hold on, we need to actually deploy all of these in order to make it work. 208, 158. So with all of these deployed, and it was definitely, I checked down here, it was still at 20% combat maneuver, nav buoy. If we drop this down to 70%, we'll run the simulation. Yeah, deploy all of it, doesn't matter. 153. So instead of 153, I was at 130. Why? That, like, I was saying, like, oh, it should be 140. No, it should be 150. It should be even more than that. It should be 143. Or no, because it's only... Wait, hold on. That's syncing 100% combat readiness, but I'm actually only missing 5% speed. So I've got plus 5%. Dropping to 70% should only drop 5%. That's a difference of 5 speed. That's it. I should have only lost 5 speed, but instead I lost 23. Okay, that's definitely not normal. So there's got to be some kind of bug there. Unless I had degraded engines, that's possible. I didn't actually check what demods I had there. And both of them did have demods, I think. I'll have to go through the recording to see that, because that would explain that. Yeah, I think we're getting out of here. We're going to go to the core worlds. Drop off some AI cores, make some cash, repair our last ship. Q. There. And here. Repair the last ship. Talk to Ryan. Our good friend Marianne. And then we're out of here. And by out of here, I mean, it's going to be the end of the recording. Right as the Persian League crisis is starting too. Crisis? That was weird. Yeah, right as this is starting. So we'll have to wait till next time. And that'll be the perfect... I mean, it kind of works, right? Because this time I can use Remnants as the thumbnail, and next time I can use the Persian League as the thumbnail. It'll be more focused what each episode is about. Alright. Yeah, he's here. Or is he on Kulan? No, I don't think he's on Kulan. Yeah, I remembered correctly. Alright, let's go visit our dear friends at Tritachyon. Speaking of which, I'm going to drop my commission now. My planet's making plenty of cash. Really don't need the extra cash. And I would prefer if I didn't have to deal with wars starting without my permission. So first of all, Station Commander. Resign, yes. Perfect. AI cores. You can have all these. Confirm. Cut the comm link. Repair this. Boom. Okay. Still gotta figure out... Maybe I'll end up putting... Because I could put, like, converted hangars on these things, and that would up their DP and make them more powerful, and could be interesting. Right, you guys can have that. I need burst PDs, which you seem to have. What? I'm pretty sure when I clicked here... Or do I have those? Those are in my inventory. Oh, I must have got them from fighting. Nice. Well, anyways, let's talk to our friend and call it a day. Do you have any work for me? Yeah, this is the only interesting work that you're going to offer. 610,000 credits. And they've got 3 cruisers. What? I guess it must be so expensive because it's so far away. But this bounty is extremely easy. This is like a third... Look at this. Wait, hold on. Alright, stop. Let me think about this for a second. This one's got a Paragon and 3 Furies. This guy's got way more ships, too. It's got more ships, bigger ships. It's just as far away. In fact, I think it's a little bit further. And it's worth a third of the price. It must be because this one's so close to Sentinel, or to my colonies, that it's considered, you know, less expensive. That must be why, because there's no other explanation for that. That's just bizarre. Yeah, this one's closer. 32 instead of 35. It's like 3 times as much money. Yes. Why would I take anything else? Around Jengala? I might be able to pull that off. Sure. Surplus heavy machinery. On Kulan. 0 light years away. Sure. 150 Marines. I have almost enough. Sure. Alright. Cool. We've got a bunch of missions from him. I'll go buy these. And then that's that. Actually, hold on. Let me look at this. So we just finished the way station. Ground defense just started. Battle station finished. So I'm going to want to upgrade to the Star Fortress once I have enough cash. Alright, yeah. Cool. Buy. So, do I have to talk to somebody? Yes. Did that up my reputation? Yes. By 5. Wait, didn't the bounty that I did earlier actually give me less reputation? And I forgot I was carrying these around. Oops. I'll have to do something with those. But for now, we'll buy some more Marines. Buy that. And yeah, that's about it.